If this coronavirus thing lasts any longer, I'm gonna turn into a werewolf. I have to do something about this hair. Hey guys, time for another video. This time I want to talk about gay dating during this crazy pandemic that we're dealing with. So I'm sure many of you who are single are having a similar experience to what I'm experiencing right now, which is that suddenly I'm talking to like a million guys across all these different apps because of course everybody's confined, everybody's in quarantine, and suddenly everyone has way more time to devote to something like dating, A, and B, people are just spending more time in front of their screens and are lonely and I guess probably horny too. But it's pretty bittersweet because firstly, it's like it shouldn't take a pandemic for people to suddenly make more of an effort to want to connect to others. And the second thing is like, we don't even know how long this is gonna last. You know, some of the guys I'm talking to, I'm like, what if I start investing in like a virtual connection with this person and then by the summer we can finally meet up and then it's like, you know, they moved on. They've had 5 other virtual connections with 5 other people they like better than me. I'm also smart enough to know that, you know, people get a certain way when they're lonely or when they're frustrated or when they're bored. But it doesn't mean that once everything is back to normal, these same guys I'm talking to will make the same effort to actually maintain a connection. So it's this strange thing where it's like it's fun to at least be talking to guys, even if it's virtually, but like who knows if it'll actually lead to anything. Something that's been happening to me a lot lately, which is like becoming my coronavirus, gay dating during the coronavirus pet peeve, is I'm getting all these messages from guys hundreds to thousands of miles away. And I'm like, why are you messaging me? We are not going to meet ever, most likely. Like, why are you wasting my time? And also for me, it's such a turnoff. Like, that's not the kind of guy I'm into, a guy who is so bored right now under quarantine, confinement, that he's reaching out to people who he's realistically probably never going to meet. Like, the kind of guy I'm into is a guy right now who's thinking of new business ideas during this confinement, learning a new skill online, like learning, you know, starting a new craft, figuring out ways to potentially volunteer, to get involved with, you know, trying to fix this situation. Not guys who are so bored out of their minds that they're like, why don't I talk to this guy 500 miles away? Don't waste my time. I have had a few guys reach out in like a lustful manner. Like, it seems like they're looking to hook up, and that makes me feel weird as well because I'm like, this is not really a time to, you know, roll the dice, as my friend likes to say. Like, this is not the time to be exchanging bodily fluids with somebody. I know that the chance of me getting this virus and getting really ill from it, or potentially dying from it, super slim, but if I'm already in confinement, like, why would I want to undo that by hooking up with a total stranger who, if he's this, you know, casual, despite what's happening, I can only imagine how many other guys he's been hanging out with lately. So right now my type, I would say, is local, not hundreds or thousands of miles away, keeping busy in like a healthy, productive way, and who is down to talk, but understands the importance of being healthy. I also love how all these dating apps now all of a sudden are unlocking a bunch of features. With some of them, it's actually pretty innovative. So like Bumble, for example, has a feature where you can video chat with somebody. And they've, you know, pop-up came up, and that's how I found out about it. It said, you know, stay safe, stay inside, use our video chat tool to talk to someone. And I thought that that was like a beautiful way to get people to try to connect with others during this, what can be a very isolating and lonely time, I guess, for people. But to do it in like a safe way. And the great thing about a video chat feature, like now that I know that that exists, I feel like every dating app should have that, right? Because it's kind of like going on an online date, I guess, right? Like you can verify that the person is real, they're not catfishing you, and just talking to somebody and seeing them, you kind of get a feel for whether there's chemistry or not. So I guess I want to end this as like a PSA, public service announcement, to say that if you are single like me and are having the same experience of talking to a lot of guys at once, just make sure you're safe and smart about it, and you know, be safe, everybody, be safe.